Parasites. These terrifying creatures live by leeching off their hosts, and some might even be lurking in your body without you knowing. But have you ever wondered what the scariest parasites in the world are? Today, we're diving into the top 10 most terrifying parasites that are sure to make your skin crawl. If you enjoy fascinating videos like this, be sure to hit that like button to show your support. Now, let's begin this spine-chilling journey. Number 10. Horsehair Worm. The horsehair worm, also known as Gordian worm, is one of the creepiest parasites in the insect world. They can grow up to 1 meter long, with some reaching up to 2 meters. These worms enter their host's body through the mouth or even the skin, parasitizing and slowly feeding off the host's nutrients. What's even scarier is their ability to control their host, especially praying mantises. When the worm reaches maturity, it forces the mantis to seek out water and drown itself so the worm can exit. Humans can also be infected by these worms when consuming raw foods or drinking contaminated water, and they can live in the human body for decades, causing various digestive and nervous system issues. So make sure you practice safe eating and drinking habits. Number 9. Toxoplasma Gandhi. One of the most dangerous parasites for humans, Toxoplasma Gandhi, has the ability to infect all warm-blooded animals. It can sneak into and infect any cell within the host's body, replicating itself rapidly, and even control the host's behavior. Studies suggest that about 1/3 of the world's population might have this parasite in their brain. Severe symptoms can include encephalitis, seizures, and mental disorders. For pregnant women, the risks are even greater, as the parasite can be transmitted to the fetus, causing complications like congenital disabilities and miscarriage. The best way to avoid this is by maintaining good personal hygiene and minimizing contact with cat feces. Number 8. Zombie fungus. The zombie fungus is an extremely bizarre and frightening fungus, known for its ability to control its host, usually insects like ants. Once infected, the ant loses all sense of self, turning into a zombie that follows the fungus's commands. The fungus forces the ant to climb up high vegetation, where the conditions are perfect for the fungus to spread. Once the ant dies at this ideal spot, the fungus grows on the corpse, producing a stalk that releases spores into the air, ready to infect new victims. The zombie fungus has been around for millions of years, showcasing nature's uncanny ability to control life and death. Number 7. Botfly. The botfly may look like a simple blood-sucking insect, but the way it parasitizes its hosts is truly nightmarish. After biting and creating a small wound, the botfly lays its eggs inside. Once hatched, the larvae begin to feast on the flesh and bodily fluids of the host from the inside. They live and grow within the host's body until they mature and crawl out. This process can last from a few weeks to several months, causing persistent pain and, in some cases, serious infections. Some larvae can even survive within the human body. If not detected and removed in time, they can cause deep tissue damage and permanent scarring. Number 6. Emerald cockroach wasp. This tiny wasp is a master manipulator in the animal kingdom. Despite being smaller than cockroaches, the emerald cockroach wasp can control them, turning them into breeding grounds for its larvae. After injecting a toxin that immobilizes the roach, the wasp leads it back to its nest and lays eggs on the roach's body. When the larvae hatch, they slowly eat the roach from the inside. Interestingly, the roach doesn't die immediately, but continues to live and serve as a fresh food source for the wasp larvae until they are ready to emerge. This chilling process showcases the twisted brilliance of nature's parasitic life forms. Number 5. Tongue-eating louse. The tongue-eating louse is one of the most bizarre parasites known. It attaches itself to a fish's tongue, sucking blood until the tongue withers and dies, then replaces it with its own body. From that point on, the louse essentially becomes the fish's new tongue, living as part of the host's body and continuing to feed off its nutrients. Remarkably, the fish continues to live and function normally with this parasitic tongue. This is the only known case in the animal kingdom where a parasite completely replaces an organ and continues to survive. Number 4. Crab louse. The parasitic Sacculina targets and controls crabs. After attaching itself to the crab's body, it destroys the outer shell and starts sucking the crab's bodily fluids. It even manipulates the crab's nervous system, making it gather food not for itself, but for the parasite. Sacculina also transforms male crabs into acting like females, altering their behavior to assist in its reproduction. This horrifying process highlights the ruthless and sophisticated strategies of these tiny parasitic organisms. Number 3. Green-banded broodsack. The green-banded broodsack is one of the strangest parasites, known for turning its hosts into zombies. It uses snails and birds to complete its life cycle. After entering a snail, the parasite swells its tentacles, making them look like bright, wriggling caterpillars that attract birds. When the birds eat these swollen tentacles, the parasite returns to the bird's body, starting the cycle again. The broodsack completely controls the snail, forcing it to expose itself to become prey for birds, which helps in its bizarre reproductive cycle. Number 2. Lamprey. The lamprey is a notorious parasitic fish found mainly in cold freshwater and marine environments. They have a disc-shaped mouth full of sharp teeth, which they use to latch onto other fish and suck their blood. They bite through the skin and drain blood until the host is weakened. Lampreys don't just parasitize fish, but can also disrupt entire ecosystems due to their insatiable feeding and uncontrolled population growth. Number 1. Candiru Finally. The most horrifying parasite on our list is the Candiru, a small fish found in the Amazon River. While they typically parasitize the gills of larger fish, there have been reports of them attacking humans. Candiru can enter a person's genital area while they are bathing or urinating in the water, using its spines to latch onto the tissue and suck blood. These incidents can cause excruciating pain, and the only way to remove them is through surgery. What's even more frightening is that Candiru doesn't just feed on blood, it can also cause deep tissue damage. After this unsettling journey through the world of parasites, we see the diversity and savagery of these tiny life forms. The world of parasitism is a relentless cycle where the strongest isn't always the biggest. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to protect yourself from these hidden threats lurking around us.